Hi ladies, I'm just doing another quick short version install video just because I've got to do some changing in the back here. Just a few pointers with the rear facing seat. When you're hooking it on, you need to make really sure it goes down like you hook it on and then you bring it up, hold it tight with the straps and close the back. You cannot, get this off first. You cannot hook it on. Arm is getting crushed. I really hate doing car seats. I love it, but I hate it. Okay. You cannot hook it on like that, okay? It is easier. It kind of makes sense. You just don't, because then you have a twisted tether. As you can see there, it's twisted. You can't undo that twist, and that's not the way it's designed to go, because in the event of an accident, it's pulling like this. It's pulling on that small bit there. So you just don't. So I'm going to pause this. I do also suggest that when you are doing seats in the back here, move the two front seats as far forward as you can. There's not a lot of room between the front and the back, but it's sufficient, but it's not a lot. Okay. All the crap. So, I'm going to pause this and move it over. Okay, no I'm not. I'm going to show. So, I've had an extra anchor installed, so it's installed down there, down the bottom, and then this is a extension strap for that anchor point. Now, even though it's an extension strap, and I did say you're not supposed to use an extension strap with rear facing, in this instance you can. You are supposed to make it short enough that it just like sits at the back there. I'm gonna have it going down a bit further, so that the tethers are going over, because then it's emulating what I've got going on over there. Yeah, I have had this zip tied to the back here, so that you didn't lose and it was easy to get to, but I've ended up taking these back headrests all out because it increases visibility out the back window, and it also means my girl can see out the back easier too. So yes, I'll pause and do this. I do advise that when you are moving things around the back, have all your seats undone, and then redo the bases once you've got all the tethers done, because it's just a pain in the bottom. Okay, so I've got this hooked up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten that down, fix up the seat protectors, because I found this seat was badly marking the leather seats, and then we'll get the bases all fixed in, which is going to be fun because they're going to be squished up against each other. Okay, so you're going to reach all the way down the bottom there and pull that tight. Now, I'd actually argue the person that did this point put this on backward to front, because that adjusts a bit, it's facing in, which is a pain in the backside. It'd be much easier if it was around the other way. So, oh my god, my arm's trapped. Okay, so I've got that tether down the back. Move it over. I don't advise putting a rear facing seat in the middle with that like aftermarket anchor point. That was difficult to say the least. So you just gather your belt, hold it together in your hand. You then want to, making sure you're not twisting it, you want to feed it through the belt path of the seat, and click it into the buckle. Okay, so I've got that through. Move everything over. Click it in. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to center the seat. You need to put all of your weight in the seat, making sure that you're not actually pushing on the belt itself, which generally goes through here. You then need to use some sort of locking device. So InfoSecure seats come stock standard with a red clip. You can also get a Lockie, which is made by InfoSecure. I like the Lockies for tight fits, like this is going to be. These seats are going to end up touching, because it just makes tight fits easy, because that red clip's got to open up and go over the belt. You can use a Lockie or a red clip on any seat except a Millennia, because Millennias have built-in clips into the seat, so that these devices are unnecessary. Okay, so I've actually decided I'm going to lock in the forward-facing seat first, because it uses the red clip. So it's going to be, access is going to be harder for the red clip. So I'm going to lock that in first. So you just get your knees into the seat. So I'm just pushing up against, but sort of I hook my knees so I can like push down as well, pulling on just the part of the seatbelt that then comes out. Pulling on it really hard. You want to get that seat as tight as you can. Okay, so I've got that red clip on. Now this is where a lot of people go wrong with red clips, and you can get a yellow Exactus clip. That clip doesn't go sideways. It should be flat with the seat belt. And I'm holding that really tightly. It's hard, so I've got that seat belt pulled as tight as I physically can. And it's up hard. I'll try to do this. It's up hard against the buckle, and you lock it over. It only goes over one piece of webbing. It does not go over both. I repeat, it does not go over both. And it does not, absolutely does not go on this side holding that. You can get a device called a gated buckle that goes over here. My personal preference is that I don't like them, but that's me. Some people love them. But the red or yellow clip does not go over here over two pieces. It goes on this side over one. Okay, so what we're now going to do is we're going to fix in this seat. Okay, so to do this, I've pulled out a bunch of loop that's up high. I'm going to put all my weight of my right hand in the seat. You could come from the other side, I guess. And I'm going to push this seat down and back, keeping the tension on that belt, and I'll then use the Lockie to lock it in place. Okay, so I've got it tight. As you can see, these seats have now come up really close to each other. It's got to get down in there and see where the webbing exits through the buckle. That's where it's got to slot in. It's actually going to go in upside down. That's just for the angle of that belt exit. So I'll put it in. It's in my teeth, as you can tell. And then I'll go from there. Okay, it's in. I kind of had to start over because I dropped the Lockie down behind all the bits there. And it actually goes down to the guts behind the back of the seat. So I have to shove my hand through the hole behind the buckles and fish it out. So you can see, hope you can see how it attaches in. How it works is it pushes a thin wedge of hard plastic in that slot. My finger will work here. In that slot there, not allowing that belt to pull through any further. So it creates friction to hold it, whereas the red clip physically holds it. So you jammed in there. Some cars it goes up the other way and the writing's the correct way. I've discovered for this car you need to put it in on that angle. Then you just pull the excess out, and that's that. To get your bubs in when they're rear facing, you can actually loosen off this tether. So if you have it tight, have this other side tight, and then have the tied side that your adjuster is on, you can loosen that side off. Hope this was helpful, ladies.